It's just me, hosted by Brent Foxx. I am doing a live here from my phone. It is draft day, as you can tell. We just selected a gentleman by the name of Troy Fontenot. He is a left tackle from the University of Washington. Now, while I am excited about this pick and his versatility, I was still kind of hoping that we were able to pick up a center like Johnson Powers Jackson or Jackson Powers Johnson. I'm sorry, or the center from Duke. He escaped. His name is escaping my memory right now. We also had the kid from West Virginia, Frederickson, who's also available. Was hoping we could probably make a run at center. Not mad at the pick though. This guy is actually very versatile. Um, he's he can actually play both guard and right tackle. I don't think that he would be ready to play left tackle just yet. Um, but I am again very excited about the possibilities of Troy Fontenot. I think that he would be a great matchup as far as maybe zone read type runs, not zone read type runs, but zone blocking type schemes to where we're running the ball. I think that he would make a great run blocker in the NFL. The pass blocking we'll still have to brush him up on. But that development actually comes in time. So I'm not really too worried about it if we're putting him at the right tackle position. Again, I do not want him at left tackle. I think we picked up Jones for that. So, you know, we could actually have Fontenot at right tackle, and then we can slide Broderick Jones back over to left. I think is what the plan is. Um, I definitely look forward to seeing how this offensive line is going to shake out once the draft is actually over. And then with that, I just want to make sure that we establish a good, fundamentally sound running game. Okay, I with the quarterbacks that we actually have, with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, these guys are very good players, but they are not quarterbacks that you want to continually ask to win games. Okay, and Justin Fields, even though he's in possibly his fourth year, I think he is still a developing quarterback because of the situations in Chicago that kind of stunted his growth. And he needs a stable organization like us to kind of help him out or help him along to help reach his potential. I think that he has tremendous potential. He could be Slash like, and that is no insult or joke. Cordell Stewart was actually a Pro Bowler at one point and was one of the most versatile quarterbacks in the NFL. As a matter of fact, it's my personal belief that Willie Beeman, the character on Any Given Sunday, his play style was mimicked after one Cordell Stewart. One could actually argue was after Randall Cunningham as well, which I'm not going to argue with at all. But I do believe that, at the risk of sounding like Oscar De La Hoya, um, at the risk of, excuse me, I would just think that he would he would be a very dynamic player, and with the competition that we actually have in the AFC North at quarterback, like Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson, who was a two-time MVP, we are going to have someone at least solid enough to compete with those type of gentlemen in that division. If not, um, we wind up getting Kenny Pickett results. And I'm not trying to throw any shade at Kenny Pickett. It just didn't work out here. We could actually just we could actually just blame Matt Canada, which would be a very convenient way out, but at the same time, Kenny is responsible for his own individual play, regardless of how bad the system is. If you're unable to complete crossing routes, very simple and very simple crossing routes, then yeah, regardless of whoever's calling the plays, if you can't physically execute them, I mean, the problem might be you. To be quite honest, excuse me, I'm stumbling over words here. Just excited about doing a live and talking to you all, so you'll just have to excuse me. All right. So, in other news, there has also been a beef going on with Floyd Mayweather and Bill Haney. I'm I'm actually going to take an unpopular stance here and just try to remain neutral about that. Reason being is because I I personally have a strict policy on what I say online or in public. Okay, it is my personal belief that if you actually say something and put words out there, you actually have to stand behind them. Now, there was a super chat that I actually sent, as a matter of fact, earlier today, just stating that my family, the LDBC, are not troublemakers looking for trouble, but we will defend ourselves by any means necessary. I stand behind that statement and will not falter from it. I'm a man that was raised to be a man of principle. You have to be able to stay and stand in behind what you've actually said in public. I can't run around here talking tough, and then when a real situation shows up, I fold or buckle under or something like that, or just say, "Oh no, it was just the internet," and blah blah blah. Man, I'm just doing that for likes. No, no. At some point, you actually have to be a real person, and unfortunately, that means real accountability, which means that you got to stand in there and face real consequences for what actually happens as a result of the things that you say. Now, I'm not pointing this directly at anyone because I don't believe I have any type of quarrel or beef with anybody on the internet or anything like that. I would certainly hope not. I haven't done anything to try to offend anyone, and nor will I on purpose unless I'm attacked first. But I don't have any quarrel or any beef with anyone on the internet. Um, we're just making sure that we make it clear that, hey, if you're with us, we gonna put you back. So much so to the point to where you gonna think twice about with somebody else. And I'll just pretty much leave it at that. Um, Thank you so much, Coach 67, man, for showing love, man. You always do that, brother. I appreciate you, man. I really do, man. Thank you so much. Um, but yeah, I just again, I'm just trying to remain neutral on that particular back and forth with Bill and Floyd. Um, Also, with the situation with Devin, of course, my breakdown last week was completely wrong. um, I mean, not so much so on what Ryan can actually do to win portion of it, because I did mention that if Ryan is actually able to time his hooks with Devin coming in, there may be some success there and he would be able to land it, and that would give Devin trouble. I did not figure that it would give him that much trouble, though. That being said, congratulations to Ryan Garcia, and also congratulations to a Dallas legend, Coach Derrick James, for guiding Ryan to victory, whether people want to come to terms with that or not. I do not think that, and I'm not insulting Ryan's boxing intelligence or anything like that at all. But there had to have been someone to help implement a strategy for Ryan to actually time the hooks the way that he did, and then made sure that a plan for those particular hooks, and also a good lead right hand, was implemented to give Devin the trouble that it did give him in that particular fight. So, salute to you, Coach Derek James, for implementing a great fight plan. I do also want to congratulate the Haneys on a pay-per-view success that, even though in a loss, has lots and lots of people talking. It does have the sports community buzzing. This has actually been a crossover hit. People that usually discuss football and basketball have been talking about this particular fight. People who are obviously very casual fans of boxing have actually discussed this particular fight as well. So, in my eyes, I believe that the fight was a success, even though unfortunately Devin didn't come out on a winning end. Now, with that being said, um, I'm gonna work on a little project on the Punch Junkie magazine to write an article about Devin, and maybe, just maybe, his road to recovery and then rising back up to the top. I want to let both Bill and Devin know that Brent Foxx from the LDBC is still going to be here to support you all. And when things are convenient and everybody's winning and they on top, it's okay to be supportive. But when times are tough and people are just bearing down on you and mocking you and giving you a hard time, and then mocking those that support you, I'm gonna stand in there with you, and I'm gonna be able to, and I want to be able to pick you guys up, and then when you work your way back up to the top, it'll make it that much sweeter. So, salute to you, Bill, Devin Haney, and the Haney family. Okay, very important, the Haney family, because this doesn't get done without the whole unit. So, it's very important to salute the whole Haney family and the whole Haney camp as well. And again, me being a fair person here, I know I know my general don't like it when I do that, but it's just in me to be fair initially, until you give me, of course, a reason not to be, and then whatever happens happens, and I'm not turning it off. But that's another message for another day. I'll leave that one alone too. Um, I'm revealing a lot about myself on this internet. I don't know if that's safe or not. But but I'm really kind of enjoying how things are going in the sports world. Needless to say, got a big smile on my face. Can't help it, man. Um, I do also look forward to an upcoming Terrence Crawford fight. Um, I'm not sure when they mentioned the date. When they mentioned the date was actually going to be, but it would be good to see old Bud Crawford back in the ring. Um, Regardless of who his opponent is, I would just want to see how comfortable he is at 154, and just kind of how well he would actually do. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. Of course, Virgil is fighting this weekend. Looking forward to that as well. Hopefully, I could catch some of that on Saturday, I believe. Yeah, I think he's fighting on Saturday. So hopefully, I can catch some of that, and see how he's actually doing physically. Because there were some ailments with him when he was trying to make weight at 147 that just kept reoccurring, and basically was putting his life in danger. So um, special prayers and blessings about that particular situation, and hopefully his road to recovery has been a smooth one. Now, oh man, I got so many things rushing through my head right now. Um, let's just slow down and think about it. Sometimes in times like this, I had to remind myself that there's more time available than what you think. So I'll just slow down and think about it. Oh, there was a Earl Spence sighting. Okay. Shout outs to Marvelous Jarvis TV, who has a YouTube channel. Earl Spence had visited a cancer patient who happened to be in the small circle of Dallas boxing that brought up Earl Spence before he actually got to Derrick James. And it turned out to be some sort of reunion. He had an old coach, and the cancer patient happened to be that coach's brother. So it was kind of like a full circle type moment. It was a beautiful thing. Earl seemed to be in good spirits, which is always great to see. Um, I also, I also just kind of enjoyed seeing and hearing from Earl Spence, regardless of whether or not it was boxing involved or whatever the case may be. It was just good to see him as a human being moving out and about, and also in good spirits. More importantly, we'll await his winning return, and we'll see what basically happens. I'm sure that he'll fight before the end of the year, so I'm not really worried about that portion of it. Um, Also, what I wanted to make sure that I mentioned was this. It was so good to see the General, Black, and CC back together again on Trill Talk. Yeah, it was a sight to behold. So much so that YouTube actually canceled it. I'm not sure what happened. Let me back up. I'm not sure what happened, but I actually had the show on my watch history, and then when I went back to watch it this morning, it completely vanished. All my other shows were on there, but their show, for whatever reason, didn't quite make the cut. Shrug my shoulders. I don't know about that. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to jump on the live, visit with you guys, and I'm sorry about my son in the background. I just wanted to jump on, visit with you guys, and just chop it up for a little bit, man. Thank you so much, Jared O11 Green. I appreciate you jumping on here, man. Um, Thank y'all so much. Having my brother's approval means that much to me, man, and thank you so much. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this wrapped up because I got to get that situation under control. Thank you all so much. All right, and I'll catch y'all next week.